we're back in my library for a very exciting day. Woo! That day is not the day where I figure out how I want to frame the shot. That day is still coming. Today, we are unveiling the cover for my soon-to-be self-published book, The Wolf and the Hawk. I know. It's super exciting. Are you thrilled? I'm thrilled. So I've been working with a cover designer because I realized with my last self-published book that I just am really quite terrible at book covers. This designer is not necessarily specifically a book cover designer, but it is someone who I know, so I knew that she would work with me and we could figure something out, and she wouldn't mind if I had a whole bunch of like fiddly little like nitpicks and was very specific. My patrons already have an idea of what's coming. If you are my patron, you have already seen some of the mock-ups and ideas we were looking at before, but now we will finally all together get to see the final cover. Very hype. To get you guys even more hyped before we finally do the reveal, what is The Wolf and the Hawk about? The Wolf and the Hawk is a fantasy romance starring Ryoni, who is the Wolf of the Vern. That is, she is a war leader in a nomadic tribe called the Vern. The Vern want to make an alliance with a farming kingdom called Ged, and Ged wants help from the powerful and warlike Vern because they are threatened yearly by a supernatural threat called the Thra. So Ryoni goes and she assumes that her new husband wants her to be his war queen, to lead the armies and generally be badass, because that's what she's good at. But instead she finds her new husband Xander is pretty indifferent to her and doesn't want her around, especially not in the war room. So Ryoni has to figure out how to not create a diplomatic incident and let her family down, and also how to deal with this handsome but somewhat prideful man who maybe isn't as bad as he initially seems. There is, of course, romance, there's battle, it gets rather bloody at a certain point, there's sassy horses, there's kick-ass women. Who could ask for more, really? I mean, come on. When is the book coming out? Well, at time of filming, I don't actually know, but if I do finally have a release date, I will put it on the screen. If not, I'm waiting for it to come back from my line editor, who is someone that I always use, so I'm very loyal to her, but she's also having surgery right around this time, so it might take her longer to get me my pages back. I'm okay with waiting because I want to use her, like I said, but that means I don't quite know when my release date is. It will be hopefully available on Audible at some point. I don't know when, but look forward to that. It's very exciting. Oh, also I wanted to mention that the cover we're about to reveal was paid for through Patreon. That's right, my patrons are responsible for this cover that you're going to see. My Patreon's not just around so I can have a little extra pocket money. My patrons are actually helping me on my self-publishing journey. Unlike Nigel, who's mostly just helping me with my journey to be hit in the face a whole lot by his tail. And other cats are moving the camera, and I better reveal this cover because the cats are just destroying this room. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready, Nigel? Should we make it be over here so we don't cover you up? Drum roll, please. Ha! There it is. Pow, put it up on the big screen. What do you guys think? One of my beta readers' favorite scenes is a sort of sexy chess scene where the characters get to know each other better. And so I definitely knew I wanted to go with chess as a theme on the cover, and eventually it became like the theme on the cover. And obviously we have the pieces with the wolf and the hawk representing Ryoni, the wolf of the Vern, and Xander, the hawk of Ged. And I wanted Ryoni's to look more chiseled and whittled because she is rougher, she is wild, and Xander's to look very smooth and posh because that's much more his mode. I also didn't want the cover to be overcomplicated, so we kept with a lot of just like the smoke and the themes, but without being too crowded, because I'm not a huge fan of big overcrowded covers with too much stuff on them. What do you guys think? Do you like this cover? If you don't, maybe just don't tell me. Just let me live in blissful ignorance. It is a million billion times better than what I would have come up with on my own, so at least there's that. I hope at least a few of you are interested in checking out The Wolf and the Hawk when it's published. I'm planning on probably going live for like the first time ever for its release day, whenever that happens to be, so keep an eye on my channel for that. And if you want to help me publish more books in the future, as well as get newer and better equipment for this channel, you can support me over on Patreon. Or if you want to check out some of my art, which doesn't look so good on book covers, but does look pretty cute on shirts and other stuff, including like socks and masks and stuff, you can check me out over on Redbubble. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, linked in the doobly-doo, to keep an eye on what I am doing and get updates on all of my writing and video progress. But that's all I have for you today. Let's stay hyped about this book coming out soon. We'll see you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye! There will come a soldier who carries a mighty sword. She will tear your city down. Only, O lie, O Lord. Only, O lie, only, O Lord. She will tear your city down. Only, O lie, O Lord.